You called for me.
Ah, Agent Asuji. Good that you've come.
Well, from my understanding, you're in need of assistance.
Yes, well, whilst I may be able to dispose of multiple adversaries from the comfortable setting of my laptop, occasionally we do need people in the field.
Charming. Right then, come now. What do you have for me?
Well, I have a plethora of tools that you may be able to enable and able to trap your opponent. So, let's begin, shall we? First off, for tactical removal, might I suggest the DD Crow. It's precise, however, you must be cautious when using it and the target that you are choosing. For more destructive purposes, might I suggest that you use the Ogre. It can be quite explosive, so you do have to keep in mind of that effect once you leave the field. And now, for more general purposes, might I suggest that you use the Ash. All around, it is one of the best possible tools that you can use under any circumstances, and you will find in multiple situations it will pull you out of a tight spot.
And if the situation is more demanding, shall we say?
Well, I do have one thing that I can offer you. But I do want a word of caution. The Divine Lance. If you do need tactical reinforcements, this is one of your best options. However, I do caution you. It will draw attention and it will garner a response from your adversaries.
I would hope so.
Now, all that I ask of you is that you do bring back my equipment in one piece. I don't want a repeat of last time.
I'll be sure to make good use of these.
Best of luck, Agent Asuji.
I'll do my best. No guarantees.
Do you know what time it is? It's Dragunity time. You guys have waited 2 weeks, and now here we are, on the hunt again. I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyway, guys, it's RainingCardGames, and welcome back to another episode of Sealed Only Dragunity, episode 11 to be exact. And last episode, if you guys remember, we pulled a common Dragunity Divine Lance. And it's actually amazing that we now finally have that card, but now that we have Divine Lance, we still have to hunt down for Phalanx so that we can really abuse all these Dragunity cards and start to slowly build some actual consistent combo deck play. But yeah, before we go ahead and, open all the packs, do you enjoy this series? I hope you do. And if you do, I want to know, can you show me? I watched Tarzan the other day. What are you gonna do? But anyway, comment, like, and subscribe, all that stuff, you guys, because for those of you in the free seats, I see you guys in the free seats, but you still want to help support the channel, comment! Let me know! Tell me! Anyway, but yeah, and if you choose to dislike the video, be a man about it and comment why you disliked. Because I'm also open to criticism as well. But yeah, if you're gonna hit that dislike button, you better have the bite behind that bark. Otherwise, I'm coming for you. To give you a pat on the back. And say, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the product for today. I am a man on a mission. $40 worth of product. We have got to pull something today. Dragunity Phalanx, Dragunity Knight Gatorg. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's just go right into it. $40 exact. $12 for Kaiba, and the rest is made up for in the Battles of Legend. Come on. Come on. Raid Raptor, Satellite Cannon Falcon. Performapal, Odd Eyes, Minotaurus. Super Heavy Samurai, Steam Train King. Wrong Synchro. Crusader of Endymion and Vision Hero Witch Raider. Okay. Nope. We've got this. We've got this. Let's put these up here. Come on, next pack. Dragunity Night Gator. He's an ultra rare. Ooh, Big Eye. That's a good one, but not what we need. Raid Raptor Rudder Strix. Vision Hero Adoration. Ooh, Spellbook Blue Boy. And Gladiator Beast Tamer Editor. It's a good pull, but not the pull we need. Okay, first 2 packs of Battles Legend, we're done. We've got a Kaiba pack now. We've got the 2 Kaiba packs. Come on, Phalanx. Oh, the warp on these. The warp. Silver's Cry. Sea Crush Wyvern. V Tiger Jet. Oh. Drop the card. Force Raider. Spell Reproduction. Dragunity Legionnaire. No. No. Ooh, Whitestone the Ancient. That's a good pull. Oh, that's unfortunate. We got a Legionnaire. That's not the... It's not the Dragunity that we wanted or need. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We've got one more pack of Kaiba for today. Come on, come on. Please. Hey, these ones aren't warped. Aha! Cards of Consonants. If this will focus, that's good. An ABC Dragon Buster. Okay, Ultra Rare Ducks. Master with Eyes of Blue. Oh, finally! Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God! Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's taken us so long, but we finally pulled him. And you know what? This, at long last, and our playset of Ducks is hollow upgraded. We have another card of Consonants. You know what? I don't even care what the rest of the cards are. They're garbage, but that is not garbage. That is not garbage. All that can make this opening even better is if we just pull the Gatorg. And then we are done. If we pull a Gatorg, we are done with Battles of Legend with Light's Revenge. If this pack will even open. We're not done with Kaiba Collection because we want a playset of Ducks, but Phalanx, but I'll take one. One enables so much. Raiden. Number 62? 62. Giant Rex, good card. Spellbook of Secrets. Woo! Artifact Sanctum. You know, that's, if we ever get our hand, we need to get our hands on a site. That's actually a pretty freaking good pull. Not going to complain in the slightest. This is actually, yeah. Last pack. Come on, Gator. Please. Twilight Ninja Jogan. Space Time Transcendence. Set me on the Time Lord. Raid Raptor Final Fortress Falcon. And White Ore Whale. I like this card, but we can't really use it in Dragunity, but you know what? You know what? We've waited long and hard for this card, but at long last, we have a Phalanx. Do you know what this means? This one tuner enables so much. We can much more easily now go into a card like Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This one card changes everything. But now from here on out, we now have to start building up our extra deck so we can really facilitate this card. And trust me, we've got plenty of product lined up to chase down cards to really make use of this card and take this meta by storm. Oh my God, finally. Finally, finally, finally. I think it's finally time that we tweak the deck to include one very special boy. Alright, so here's the deck list that we are going to go in for today's episode. Now I'm going to address the elephant in the room. That is a level 5 monster you're seeing. It's Dragunity Primus Pilus. When it's normal or special summoned, equip a Dragunity tuner level 3 or lower from the deck to itself, or another wing beast. It can miss timing, so its interaction with Ankylos won't really work. However, we can get tribute fodder out, so we can tribute summon him to the, and then he can equip Phalanx, and then Phalanx can then help him tune into Clearwing Fast Dragon, which is an extra deck negate. Now, you will notice that we also had Dragon Mastery, which can, help if we do draw the Phalanx in our hand, and would help equip it to a monster like a Sanitas or a Dux. And then in the extra deck, you also notice we added a Vermilion Dragon Mech, so as another option that we can use Phalanx, for example, with a Tempest or something along those lines. And then, obviously, this is a going first build. So you notice all our going second cards are now in the side deck. And we are trying to really consistently try to pump out our Crystal Wing, or if not a Clearing Fast Dragon, as a backup alternative. Yes! We pulled him. Do you know what this means? So much now. Now that we have one Phalanx, from here on out, we can now finally start to cater more to an actual combo strategy, as opposed to, trying to once in a while pull off a combo and then also the other rest of the time just blindly going second and hope that I draw one of in my deck that can help me break boards. But now that we have Phalanx, this gives us a whole slew of more ways to access our extra deck in terms of bringing Crystal Wing out a lot more easier. And then hopefully, moving on, we'll be able to get more monsters. Gatorg, I'm looking at you and we're going to pull you. And, you guys get the picture. But anyway, let's jump into the duels. Alright, so for match number 1, we are facing another patron, J-Chip from the J-Chip Show, and we're going first. Unfortunately, we don't really have that much to do. Quick Launch can get us out of tuner, and we can normal summon our Silver Rocket, but really we can just go into Cyframe or Omega and pass. That's really the best we have. Our Sanitas is dead in hand. And it looks like we're going against Dark Magician, which I don't know which kind of version it is. And interestingly enough, he's running a Phantom Knight engine, and he brings out... He's attempting to bring out a Dark Magician. However, I use Cypher Lord Omega to prevent basically Dark Magical Circle from banishing anything. And then Verte Anaconda hits the field. Yeah. You know how when we reoriented the deck to go first, we took out all of our going second cards? And yeah, Gamma Seal's in our side deck. And now we have to somehow climb into either a Boral Sword or a Boral Dragon so we can out that Dragoon. Unfortunately, Dragoon can just negate anything that we try to do so that we can even attempt to climb into a Link 4. Which means now we are just facing down a big beater that just keeps on getting stronger and stronger and stronger each time it negates something, making it all the more difficult to out. And Cyframe Lord Omega is just helping me somehow cling on to life by preventing him from activating Eternal Soul on the second time I'm able to hit it. Yeah. But he's able to easily clear out because he can also destroy monsters by a card effect. And then he can swing into battle whenever he feels like it to beat over my Sanitas. And he does exactly that. And we're moving to game 2. Game number 2, I sighted every single one of my traps. And my Gamma Seal and everything, we are going to stop Dragoon from even hitting the field, or we're outing him with our Kaiju. And we just set a Bottomless and a Solemn Strike, and we just end on a Gaybog, which is not the worst thing in the world, considering both Strike and Bottomless can really hurt his strategy. Ideally, I want to strike the Verte Anaconda. And he starts things off with a Soul Servant, stacking the top of his deck, a Lure, so he can draw the 2 targets. Yeah, isn't it great when you hard draw the Red Eyes Fusion, you can't really Solemn Strike that? And then I Solemn his effect so that, to protect myself, and then hope that, maybe he'll let Gaybog's effect go through, and of course he doesn't. He negates Gaybog's effect, destroys him in the process, gets stronger in the process. Bottomless Trap Hole is now a dud. And during this match, I learned the hard way, you can't Solemn Strike Red Eyes Fusion. Go figure. Anywho, now we're back in the same conundrum as game number 1, and I concede. Match number 2, though, we are going up against one of my Discord moderators in our remote duel. If you can remote duel and you want a chance to be featured on this series or other content, be sure to join my server and let us know that you can remote duel. We'll set you up. And it looks like for me, I am actually able to pull off my combo and end on a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon with 2 set cards, which he literally just, that's all he does. He just sets 2 cards, and I'm able to abuse Ultimate Zolkin's effect on my turn and set another card to bring out Clearing Fast Dragon, climb into a Boral Sword, and he uses Scapegoat, as Konami intended it to protect his life points. So I have to use Boral Sword to turn Clearing Fast Dragon, but luckily, that's all he can do because his Summoning Beast tributes itself. I call the Grave by it, so he can't summon out Haman. And now we're in game number 2, sitting comfortably with a win under our belt. However, he's going first. Luckily, though, I did side for going second with back row removal to deal with that pesky field spell, which provides protection to his big old monsters, but hey, it's gone now. It is banished. So I can target his Haman for card effects and destruction. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really have much follow-up. So, Groot of the Wind Spirit literally just gets rid of the Link Karibo, which doesn't do any damage because the Link Karibo obviously will activate its effect on attack declaration. So, now we're facing a big Chungus that beats over our Groot of the Wind Spirit, putting me on a less than a 2-turn clock because he's got 4,000 attack points. I'm able to Ash his Summoning Beast effect and Terraforming to go into Dragon Ravine. Guess what? It gets destroyed. So then it does not resolve thanks to MST. MST negates! But we go into Quad Boral Dragon of all things, and we use Quad Boral's effect to pop the Haman, and then we poke him for 1,000 until he flips up Scapegoat and we just destroy a token. And then on his turn, he does a bunch of Link's shenanigans as Scapegoat is used in the modern day. Sorry, Konami. And he brings back one of his Summoning Beasts. He goes into Nightmare Phoenix, and then he can bring back Link Karibo, and goes into Cerberus, flashbacks to extra deck U-Link locks, and then he brings out Rabiel, of all things. So it is an actual Phantom Beast, not just Haman Negate Turbo. And yeah, we're going to game 3. Game number 3, we're going first. Of all things, unfortunately, we don't have the best of hands. So literally all we can do is we have a Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend with a Return of the Dragon Lord in the grave to protect it. He MSTs my Bottomless Trap Hole, which is unfortunate because that was actually one of my few saving graces of my opening hand. So now we just have a protectable Beat Stick, whose effect doesn't even affect the Sacred Beast because they all have greater attack points than him. So it's just a matter of, can he destroy my Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend twice and OTK? Because I literally have nothing, and now I definitely don't have nothing because I get cracked down. And he takes my one monster, clears my board, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like I can do too much. I can go into my Gaybolg, but I can't. We do a misplay here, actually. I attack his Alm Rush, but I forgot he can only attack the Haman because of this back row. So it doesn't really matter at this point. I can literally do absolutely nothing. So he goes into Curious using my Scarlet Dragon Archfiend. How rude. Using its effect to load in with more Summoning Beasts in the grave. And when he starts to go in for battle, starts to swing, I'm using all my Return of the Dragon Lords to protect my Gaybolg. And then his effect to beat over the Curious. But however, I literally have no outs to beat over those two things. And we surrender. And it all comes down to match number 3. And it looks like we're going up against Red Eyes Dark Dragoon's Blue Eyes counterpart, but not as good, but still pretty terrifying in some instances. Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon Turbo. Yay! But he just sets 2, which is promising until those set 2 are actually, it looks like one of them is an infinite impermanence, which kind of kills my synchro plays. So I literally just banish my 2 rockets in hand, summon out a Tempest, and we're going old school, old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! We're just going to smack you for 39,000 and pass. Yu-Gi-Oh! As it was intended. And then he starts to pop off with his incantations. I Ghost Ogre the Talismandra, preventing him from having ritual fodder.
A big, flashy monster that's a lot of fun to summon and that has a lot of attack points and can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, he used another one he had in hand as fodder, so it doesn't really matter. And then he summons out the Pencil Plume, which gets that one back to hand. Fun! Luckily, though, the Chalice Slime effect does burn him since he didn't ritual summon it, which is fine by me, which means I still have a chance to get back into this game if I'm able to somehow deal 1,600 points worth of damage. Unfortunately, I get met with another infinite impermanence. How fun. How fun. So I just destroy his 2 incantations and then pass. What I was hoping to do was at least Link climb into a triple burst dragon, which does piercing, and I would have won that game, but that imperm literally saved him the day, and he gets me almost down to 0. But it's at this point I'm trying to think, can I get any way to get lethal? And the answer is unfortunately no. So I just crash, and we go to game 2. Game number 2, we're going first. And I use Quick Launch to bring out a Silver Rocket as an extender of all things. Because we use our effects to go into grab a phalanx. And then this means we have access to our full combo. We go into Ultimate Zolkin. We set our Called by the Grave. And that gets us out of Crystal Wing. And now we also have 2 forms of interaction since we also have the Call by the Grave set. So 2 negate board is just like Dragon Link according to Triff Gaming. Haha. And yeah. I go ahead and I negate his incantation effect. So there are no searching, unfortunately. Normal summons the Manju of the 10,000 Hands, which gets him an advanced ritual art, which means that he's got one in hand already. He brings out the big Chungus. He beats over my phalanx with double piercing. I set another card, bring out Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend for some big brain plays. I summon out the Tempest. Crystal Wing beats over the Blue Eyes Chaos Max because of its effect. I swing in for all damage, and then in main phase 2, burn him with Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Game number 3. Here we go. I'm going first. Don't have a great opening. So I make a Cyframe Lord Omega, but I also have a Ghost Ogre hand. So I have 2 forms of interaction. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but I am left open. I rip out the baby Chaos Dragon from his hand. But, now I'm completely wide open. And guess what? Here comes the Big Daddy himself. So I'm now worried because if he has another ritual spell in hand, he can OTK here. And guess what? He brings out 2 Chaos Max Dragons. But he wants to see if I can out 2 Chaos Max Dragons. This is Raging Raven, by the way. Go check out his channel. He shows me some mercy. And now it's a matter of, do I have a way to get out of this situation and facing these 2, basically, ritual towers? They can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. At 4,000 attack, they deal double piercing damage. We'll see. I am able to clear out at least his incantation. And he moves into battle, and he destroys my Cypher Lord Omega. Fun. However, I top deck a Dux. Dux allows me to grab the flanks in Graveyard, which allows me to go into Crystal Wing using my Gaebog, and that outs the 1 dragon. I still have the 1 other one to deal with. Unfortunately, if he can just get lethal over the Dux, we're in trouble. He brings out the baby Chaos Dragon, and he destroys my Dux, putting me on 500 life points, which is very worrisome. I open things up with a Foolish that gets Ash Blossomed, Feet Blossomed, if you will. And then we move on to battle phase. I'm at least able to get rid of the Chaos Max Dragon. So now I just have to deal with the baby. He top decks, of all things, Swords of Concealing Light. That turns off my Crystal Wing, and he's able to destroy it. However, for some reason, I don't know why Yugioh Pro didn't deal the piercing damage. That means there's some ruling that I'm not familiar with, but I will take it. We quick launch out a Rocket Tracer. Rocket Tracer pops the Return of Dragon Lords, gets out Silver Rocket, and while we bring out a Crystal Wing, and we bring out enough for lethal by going into Boral Sword and swinging in. So we're taking that. Thank you for the little bit of mercy, Raging Raven. But with that mercy, we've gone 1-2. And automatically, I can see Phalanx makes a huge impact. I can more consistently bring out Crystal Wing, and things are looking up. I mean, I think knowing the fact that we now have a Phalanx, we were actually able to somewhat consistently bring out Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. It's not terrible. So I think moving forward, we have a really great platform to actually start to do something. It's just a matter of pulling the right cards to do that. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm out of here.